That is signs of a narcissistic mother. She will assign family roles to maintain power. They often will put the scapegoat black sheep against the golden child. There's constant feud with them. Constant feud with them. And that parent is sitting, watching it, not doing anything about it. Normally it starts in the house first. Starts in-house, where you and your sibling, if the sibling is the golden child, there's always feuds between the golden child and the black sheep. Because the golden child is often being coerced by the dominant narcissistic parent. They don't have an identity as the golden child. They do live, breathe, and say what the narcissistic parent imposes upon them. So that is a very strategic mind game that narcissistic mothers will do amongst their children to keep confusion and maintain control in the family dynamic and to go against you. A narcissistic mother will accuse you of the very things that they're guilty of. Being selfish, lacking accountability, being overly dramatic, being controlling. A wordplay strategic tactic that they often do. Of the very things that they're doing, mirrored projected behavior. If I project my flaws onto you, it keeps you confused, discombobulated, and distracted off of pointing out her toxic behavior, making as if you're the problem and not her. The signs of a narcissistic mother, she often plays the martyr. She's the martyr. Poor me. I can't believe this. So you'll feel guilty for setting boundaries. And they do this to create guilt and shame. All strategic manipulation, gaslighting, and guilt tripping. It keeps you trapped in the cycle, never breaking away, never walking in your identity, and keeps the constant toxic behavior going again and again. The signs of a narcissistic mother often use gaslighting, guilt tripping, and manipulation. Always making you feel bad for even making a conscientious decision of picking yourself. She twists accountability into pity after everything I've done for you. Constantly twisting your accountability into her pity. All the things I've done for you, and you do me like this. So when it's time to take accountability for their toxic behavior, what they will do is what? We will twist it for my own gain. When you start confronting their manipulation, their gaslighting, and their guilt tripping, they will often reverse it and turn it into self-pity. And you hear statements, after all I've done for you, after all I've sacrificed for you, I can't believe you'll do this to your mother. Another sign of a narcissistic mother, they are in constant competition with their children and have extreme jealousy toward their children, especially when the child is making great success in their life. One of the things that makes a narcissistic parent become very jealous of their children is when the children achieve independency and when the child has done more or superseded that narcissistic parent's expectations. This has been a strategic tactic on your life since you came out the womb. I have done a great job pouring negativity, toxic beliefs, toxic morals into your life since childhood. And now you go and supersede and do the very thing that I thought you could not do. Be independent, be successful. And you did it regardless of me being a negative parent or a narcissistic parent. How dare you? That is classic behavior of a narcissistic mother. Will take your moment of shine and celebration and make it about them. No celebrations, no accomplishments. When you've done it, they will act in temper tantrum behavior, taking the focus off of you and putting it on them. They will go to do the unthinkable to ruin your day, because you have to understand, you were never supposed to have these moments. You were never supposed to outdo me as a parent. Matter of fact, you were supposed to be just like me. So because you went and superseded, I'm angry with you. So I'm going to take credit for your achievements. I'm going to twist the narrative and make people believe that I sacrificed and I was there for you. I'm going to make you believe that you wouldn't be nowhere without me. That is classic behavior of a narcissistic mother. Will take your moment of shine and celebration and make it about them. No celebrations, no accomplishments. When you've done it, they will act in temper tantrum behavior, taking the focus off of you and putting it on them. They will go to do the unthinkable to ruin your day, because you have to understand, you were never supposed to have these moments. You were never supposed to outdo me as a parent. Matter of fact, you were supposed to be just like me. So because you went and superseded, I'm angry with you. So I'm going to take credit for your achievements. I'm going to twist the narrative and make people believe that I sacrificed and I was there for you. I'm going to make you believe that you wouldn't be nowhere without me due to their extreme jealousy and their extreme competition. This is how it shows up. You make a success in life, by the end of that day, it's going to be an argument to turn it right back around on me. All about me. Her mindset, if you outshine me, I disappear. If you outdo me, I disappear. You see how abandonment can show up and neglect and abandonment can show up? Another sign of a narcissistic mother is will put the scapegoat black sheep against the golden child. So you and your siblings fighting? Oh, that's strategic. You and your siblings not getting along? That's strategic. The black sheep scapegoat will always be in conflict with the golden child, and that's normally being influenced by a narcissistic parent. Have you ever thought about whether mom and dad's role might have played a part in the tensions between you and your siblings? This is chapter 2 of this book. If you are having thoughts of, does my mom like when me and my siblings are fighting? I'm going to validate that for you today. Some narcissistic parents, including those mothers, love when their children are fighting. That's the joy of their day, covertly and overtly. Another sign of a narcissistic mother, everything revolves around her. No me, no peace. That's what they live by. No me, no peace. Everything revolves around her. That's a sign of a narcissistic mother. She demands constant attention, constant affection, constant admiration, and constant control. Not just from you, but others, but specifically for you, because guess what? You're her pawn. You're her child. That's why it's so intensified for you. I created you and you work for me. Signs of a narcissistic mother will use your children against you in triangulation, pulling other people to come against you, even your own children. Using the children to gain information about you, explicit questioning. And now you have to rehearse to your children, please don't go over and tell those things to her. Children are confused too. Like, well, if this my grandmother, why my mama wouldn't want me to? Because you just trying to end the cycle of toxicity and be nice and allow this person that you consider a parent to have a role in your children's life. Here you are being the peacemaker again, only for them to come back and exploit you off of the very deed that you're trying to use to make peace. The signs that you have a narcissistic mother is that, again, the wordplay, like I told you before, the words, the verbal aggression. They're known to twist words in arguments, use wordplay against you in arguments. She deliberately distorts what you say to make you look cruel, disrespectful, and unstable. Will deliberately go out of her way to make you look unstable and disrespectful, never acknowledging their behavior. They will use you for their own supply, emotional supply, physically supply, financial supply. Because whatever they're lacking, they will get from you. And they will extort you in the process of gaining what they're lacking. When you pull away, she panics. She goes into rage behavior, reactive, abusive behavior. Because you pulling away and you walking in your independency threatens the loss of her emotional supply. She needs you. The narrative has been painted that you can never go live life without me. That's what narcissistic mothers will do. They will depict that narrative. You will never be successful without me, when truthfully, they need you. They have used you for their emotional supply. That's why they panic when you start to drift away. Reverse psychology. You'll never make it. You'll never be anything without me. But truthfully, they won't make it. They'll never be anything without you. Wordplay, reverse psychology. Especially when you start pulling away and walking in your independence. They panic. Signs of a narcissistic mother will verbally attack you and physically attack you and become very aggressive, especially when you are confronting their toxic behavior or addressing the toxic actions that they're displaying in the dynamic. She may explode verbally. Understand the word I just said? Explode. She's a ticking time bomb. So that's why when you're in these dynamics, you have to know when the eruption of this volcano is about to happen. It's almost like the cycle of domestic violence. You're going to go through your honeymoon phase where everything is great between me and mom. We're walking on eggshells. I'm doing everything that she wants me to do. But when you do anything outside of that, the tension begins. You'll notice it, the silent treatment. It's heading toward this explosive behavior. And that explosive behavior will often be depicted as a verbal or physical argument or disagreement. That's when we're at the height of confusion and tension. That's a problem.